3 toxic relationships, 2 draining friendships, 1 boss who made you feel incompetent every single day. How many times have you ended up right here, wondering why it happens to you, why you seem to be a magnet for people who consume you, who make you doubt yourself, who leave you worse than they found you? And here's the lie you tell yourself: I have bad luck with people. No, it's not luck. It's patterns. Patterns you repeat without knowing, that your brain learned years ago to protect you, but that now sabotage you. In the next 18 minutes, you will understand exactly why you attract certain types of harmful people, and more importantly, how to break the cycle. But first, let me tell you about someone who sat exactly where you are now. Sarah had everything going for her. Smart, successful, the friend everyone called at 2 a.m. And yet for 15 years, she hadn't had a single healthy romantic relationship. Each one felt different at first. The charming artist, the intense entrepreneur, the wounded poet who needed saving. But they all ended the same way, with her apologizing for things she didn't do, shrinking herself to keep the peace, and wondering why love always hurt this much. She told me something that still echoes in my head. I think I attract broken people because deep down, I'm broken too. Here's what nobody told Sarah. The problem wasn't that she was too nice. It wasn't that she lacked boundaries. The problem was that her nervous system had learned to confuse anxiety with attraction, safety with boredom, predictability with rejection. This is where most people get it wrong. They think they attract toxic people because they're weak or naive or too giving. But the truth is more specific and more fixable. A 2022 study from the University of Illinois tracked people who grew up with inconsistent caregivers. The researchers found something disturbing. These people didn't just tolerate emotional chaos. They sought it out. Their brains literally mistook unpredictability for chemistry, walking on eggshells for passion. The study showed that when presented with stable, kind partners, subjects reported feeling something missing. But when presented with hot and cold, dramatic individuals, their brain lit up with dopamine. They called it love. Think about what this means. The very thing that exhausts you is also what feels like home. That knot in your stomach when they don't text back, your brain reads that as excitement. The relief when they finally show you affection after days of silence, that's not love. That's addiction to intermittent reinforcement. But here's the revelation that changes everything. You don't attract toxic people because you're broken. You attract them because you're predictable. Toxic people are experts at finding givers. People who say sorry too quickly, who take responsibility for emotions that aren't theirs, who would rather absorb pain than cause a scene. You have a sign on your forehead you can't see. It says, I will tolerate what others won't. And the moment someone with toxic patterns reads that sign, they know they've found fuel. Common advice tells you to set boundaries, to love yourself more, to repeat affirmations in the mirror. But here's why that fails. Your brain doesn't need intentions. It needs evidence. You can tell yourself you deserve better all day. But if your nervous system still reads safety as boring, you will walk right past healthy people and toward the ones who hurt you. This isn't a moral failing. It's biology. And biology can be rewired. Let me give you 3 specific techniques. Not theories, practices. The first is called the pause test. Next time you feel that familiar rush, that intensity, that I can't stop thinking about them, feeling pause, ask yourself one question. Am I drawn to them, or am I drawn to the uncertainty? Be brutally honest. If it's the uncertainty, walk away. Not because they're bad, but because your pattern is hungry and you're about to feed it. The second is the cost audit. For 1 week, track what each relationship actually costs you. Not money, energy, sleep, self-respect, the conversations you replay at 3 a.m., the parts of yourself you hide to keep them comfortable. Write it down. Look at the numbers. If the cost is consistently higher than the return, you have your answer. Not everyone deserves access to you. The third is the safety experiment. This is the hardest one. Date someone boring. Befriend someone predictable. Let someone care for you without drama, without intensity, without that roller coaster feeling. It will feel wrong at first. That's not a sign to quit. That's the addiction talking. Push through for 30 days. Your nervous system is learning a new language. I know how that sounds. Boring feels like rejection when you're used to chaos. You might think this sounds good in theory, but your situation is different. They're not that bad. They had a hard childhood. They promise they'll change. I get it. I've heard it 1,000 times. But here's the truth that will set you free. Their reasons are valid. Their wounds are real. And your exhaustion is real too. Both can be true. You can have compassion from a distance. You can wish them well without being their oxygen. The most dangerous belief you carry is that love means endurance. It doesn't. Love means growth. And if you're not growing, you're not loving. You're just surviving. And if you only did this for 7 days, you would see something shift. Not in them, in you. You would notice the moment you start to make excuses for someone. You would feel the familiar pull toward intensity and recognize it for what it is. A pattern, not a person. Let's get concrete. You're at work. It's 4:45 p.m. A colleague dumps their emergency on you. Again, they smile and say, "You're the only one I can trust." Your old pattern says yes. Your stomach nods. You cancel your evening. Here's what expensive looks like. You say, "I can see you're in a tight spot. I won't be able to take this on today." They push. They mention the deadline, the team, how much they need you. You hold. "I understand this is stressful." My answer is the same. They stare. You stare back. The world doesn't end. They find someone else. And you go home with your evening intact. But wait, there's a trap here you must avoid. Don't explain. Don't justify. Don't give them a PowerPoint on why you can't. Explanation is the door they use to get back in. Expensive people don't negotiate their boundaries. They simply have them. The moment you start defending your no, you've already lost. Think about the last time you felt truly seen by someone. Not the person who made you feel needed. Not the one who kept you guessing. The one who was just there, consistent, boring even. Did you dismiss them? Did you tell yourself there was no spark? That spark might have been the absence of anxiety, and you mistook it for absence of connection. Here's what I want you to remember long after this ends. You are not a rehabilitation center for broken people. You are not a charity for emotional vampires. Your kindness is not a currency that buys you love. It's a gift you give to those who've earned it. The moment you realize that your pattern isn't bad luck, it's protection you no longer need, everything shifts. You stop asking why they chose you. You start asking why you chose them. And when that question becomes natural, toxic people lose their power because they can't find you anymore. You've moved to a different frequency, one where peace isn't the absence of drama, it's the presence of something real. Before you go, I need to ask you something. Think of the last person who drained you, the one you keep making excuses for. What would your life look like 1 year from today if you stopped choosing them? Really think about it. Drop your answer in the comments below. I read every single one. If this resonated with you, if you felt that uncomfortable recognition, hit the like button. It tells the algorithm this message matters. And subscribe, because next week we're diving into why your empathy is actually exhausting you and how to fix it without becoming cold. See you then.